No, there's no work in remaining a slave. You
Yeah.
just do nothing
Hmm.
and accept whatever happens to you. And then people will say, "Oh, I have love for myself and others." People like that don't love themselves. They don't love anybody else, especially their children. I'm going to make a whole presentation in the near future. I don't know if I'll be able to, do it with all of the projects that I have going on by the end of this year, but probably sometime next year. I'm going to make a presentation called "You Don't Love Your Children." How incendiary is that title? And me, as a person that has not had children, I'm going to make a presentation telling other people that they don't actually love their children. You can make the statement that you love your child all that you want, but unless you're actually a person truly fighting for freedom, don't give me the nonsense that you actually have love for the child that you gave birth to. Because there are people out there that are like, what can I do? There's nothing I could do about it. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not going to stand up. I'm not going to stand out. I'm not going to become noticed and be targeted or whatever, however their fear-filled mindset works, you know? And then in the next breath, they'll turn around and go, but I love my son. I love my daughter. Absolute bull crap. Absolute nonsense. They're willing to let their child go into abject tyranny and enslavement, and then in the next breath they'll tell them to their face that they love them. Liars. Total liars. Parents like that are absolute liars. So that's my approach. My approach is direct confrontation, and it hasn't been tried. It has not been tried, ladies and gentlemen, because you know why? People don't like to rock the boat. They don't like the discomfort that comes with that type of a communication, and they want to maintain illusory relationships with the people around them. See, there is no real relationship. There's no relationship with your child if you're content to let them live the life of a slave. That's not a relationship. That's the illusion of a relationship. There's no relationship if a spouse is content to see themselves, them and their spouse go into abject tyranny and enslavement. That's not a relationship. That's the illusion of a relationship. A relationship is built upon truth. A relationship is built upon not just love for another individual, but love for the truth. It's built upon love for freedom, and ultimately it's built upon freedom. It's built upon knowing what's right. It's built upon conscience, common sense knowledge of the objective difference between right and wrong behavior. And most people don't have any of these things. They don't have any of those aspects of consciousness. They don't know what's right from wrong. They don't care about truth. They don't care about freedom. They don't have any real values. And that's what a true relationship is built upon. True relationship isn't built upon just familiarity, you being around somebody every day, you know? And this is all most familial relationships or romantic relationships in the modern world are based on. No, just because you're around the person every day and you're familiar with them, or you settled upon them, you know? How many relationships are truly built upon truth, are built upon the love of truth, are built upon the love of knowledge, are built upon the love of knowing the difference between right and wrong, truly, not in an illusory sense, which often religion teaches people and culture teaches people about what's right and wrong. These are other illusions that people base things in their life upon, especially relationships. I'm talking about the real objective difference between right and wrong under natural law. How many people base relationships upon that? Whether somebody actually knows natural law, whether you really know the difference between true right and wrong. you know Not that many. There's not that many true relationships even happening in the world. There's a ton, a slew of totally illusory relationships. But if we get down to the nitty gritty, most people aren't really in a true relationship with anyone, including themselves or their children. Sorry, we're picking up some background noise from somewhere.
Sorry.
It's okay. No problem. So,
Sorry about that.
this is personally, I think that this type of direct approach is the reason that we're not making headway is the direct approach still is refused by most people and will not be attempted because they want to be super nice to everybody and they want to just not rock the boat. Look at where not rocking the boat has got us. Look at where not being confrontational with other people has got us. Look at what choosing peace and comfort in your life has gotten you. It's gotten you in a cage. Okay? That's where it's gotten you. Choosing not to be confrontational with other people over matters of truth, over matters of right and wrong. Because we don't speak this to others, the world is not changing for the better. It's going into a total abyss, into a total chasm of tyranny and abject slavery, and because people want to just maintain peace and comfort, that's what they want to maintain. They don't want anything that shakes things up or makes things tense. They want peace and comfort, right? As soon as something is making something uncomfortable or tense, it's like, oh, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of that situation. I got to put that down. No, that's what's gotten us to this point. That's what's gotten us into the situation that we are in. And people keep listening to self-help gurus. They keep listening to false spiritual teachers. They keep listening to so-called New Age teachers, who claim to be some, guru or prophet, and look at where it has gotten all of humanity, because we will not speak the truth plainly, simply, clearly, and if necessary, confrontationally to other people. It's gotten us a world of enslavement.